Hey everyone, my name is Peyton and this is part 7 of a series where I'm building a train station inside of Unreal Engine 5. In this video specifically, we will be covering doing some modeling as well as some texture replacement, just getting in some just basic shaders, and mainly trying to replace some of our blockout pieces with something a little bit more finalized, or at least like a first pass of a model that we can continue to update in our modeling programs. Of course, overall goal of me recording all this is for you to be able to see the entire process of like what I'm doing, at least inside of Unreal Engine, when it comes to building out my environment. And of course, if you're enjoying this content, of course, make sure to subscribe below and follow along for future videos in this series. I plan to continue to release these weekly or bi-weekly, depending on how my videos kind of go. And then of course, yeah, we'll eventually end up with the final result, which will be really awesome. So, but yeah, as you see here, one thing I am doing is I had pieces for like the ballast that goes underneath the track, but I was finding it to be a little bit just like, I guess, problematic with having to deal with that, just worry about like the blending and everything. So what I'm doing instead is I'm actually going to go back now with the landscape brush and match my landscape to be that of like the ballast height. Then I can use the actual materials that I have already kind of built into the landscape to be able to paint in just that same ballast material that's already on the ground. And just it eliminates me having to worry about some integration process with that model, as well as having to worry about like just another stage of a model that I need to focus on and work on basically. So that's the main thing, is just kind of going through. I'm using the flatten brush to get a consistent height across the ballast, that way it's all sort of the same. And then I'll of course come back and just do some slight grooves and stuff where that height differentiation kind of happens between like certain areas in between the tracks, or as you see right here where the vehicle would drive over. Just trying to get some of those sort of breakup locations, and yeah, just kind of blocking it out. But this, like I said, will be super nice because then I don't have to worry about those models anymore. I can just work on the actual landscape tool and the landscape material and go about it that way. So some of this I'll probably have to refine more as I get like a better model as well, just because some of it's a little too simplistic. But I think this is a pretty decent pass for now. I can start to go ahead and actually delete all of those underneath sort of like road beds for the track itself. So yeah, and then of course, just going back over real quick with my paint, doing a paint layer, trying to get that ballast, that gravel in basically that goes underneath the track, and painting that in. That way we get a more consistent kind of pass here too. I'll come back later on probably with a mixture of like decals as well as maybe some additional materials that I'm kind of overlaying the top. And that's how we'll build out like some of the grunge, the weathering, all of that kind of goes hand in hand with the tracks and all. But I think this is kind of like a good just starter pass where I've got it all sort of more realized and finalized with that. So and now that we have that kind of complete, what I can do is bring in my replacement for this building structure. I actually just modeled this quickly inside of Maya, just a rough indication of the size and all, and I'll go back and fix some of the sort of like scale issues that you might see here real quick. But the main thing is, like, this is replacing those blockout pieces that we had there a second ago, and now we're starting to get an actual building structure that makes a little bit more sense for the platform for the train, as well as like, yeah, the train station overall. So yeah, then now next thing is trying to replace additional models. As you see, quite a few of these models I needed to just update. Same with the track. The track itself was like way too big, and I used the proper measurements and everything to make sure that I'm now getting alignment with what it would actually be in the real world. So now I have a more accurate representation of the track size that I got in. And yeah, as I said sort of at the start, I'm really wanting to just come in and get a lot of the blockout pieces, if possible, removed. So something like this, I just modeled a very simple bench that I'll be able to replace later on, and now it's in there, as well as a barrel. And I also have this luggage cart. It's a bit older, kind of matches up with some of the sort of era that I'm going for with this. But yeah, just bringing in these assets, throwing on some of my base materials to them, and just getting an initial pass with like where I could place them, and starting to do some of that sort of decoration and set dressing. So putting the wagon out here I think would be just great. That way people can grab it as they like land here at the station. Then also just, yeah, kind of thinking about how organically this might be placed, you know, somewhat out of the way, not necessarily like in the foot trafficked area, but something still casual enough to where people can grab it and use it if need be. And this barrel, again, like, I think it's a great reference point for scale. So I'm just throwing it around a couple of places. We'll worry about that later on. But the main thing is that I just want the barrel placed around a bit. That way we can get a better understanding of the scale. And yeah, it's just adding one of those like medium to small scale shapes that, yeah, can just help push the scene basically. So yeah, now what we are going to do real quick is I'm just flattening out these outside portions slightly more, just because trying to get a better alignment again with my actual like road and get that height up there that wasn't having before, and then just bringing in some of that like dirt and all on the outside too, to match up with the track, because now that I have that track model in, the newer one, it was slightly too wide with how like my ballast was. So I'm just trying to get the actual like gravel ballast a bit more aligned with the new track size. And then lastly, I'm just going to throw a couple of basic materials. Basically, these are like super simple, just basic colors, basic like roughness, metallic. That way we get a better indication of the color overall in the scene, and it's just going to help us be able to have yeah, stronger understanding of the readability of the colors, our tones, and how the scene's kind of made up with these. So really quickly, yeah, just trying to get rid of most of the sort of like gray box material that I have applied to things, even if it's still a similar gray, just wanting to get closer to what I might imagine like the final like values to be with that. So yeah, a lot of this is really just finding the asset real quick, throwing on like my blend that I kind of have, or these like basic materials that I've sort of set up with a mass material and instance, and then just throwing it on, seeing how the colors look, maybe adjusting it if need be. But now we basically are starting to have yeah, just a stronger indication of all of the different pieces that make up our scene. So Real quick, just of course switching out that ground color, that way it's slightly broken up, a little bit different than the actual like wall pieces. Same with these, we just want something that's not that gray box, and just trying to get that replaced. So as you see now, we're getting a much better indication of how everything's like reading together. And yeah, we just can see sort of like how the train station itself is kind of correlating over to our space. So last thing is, I do want to just quickly throw on like a material for the indication of like these trains here, for the like passenger trains. So I'm just going with like a blue tone right now, and I think that works pretty well for showing off like our space itself. So now we can run around, see our results, see what it's looking like at the moment, and then we'll start to, of course, in the next video, push through with some additional modeling, materials, and all. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this update to the train station series. Of course, if you have any questions below, feel free to ask them. And then as always, yeah, make sure to subscribe for future videos like this, and check out my Patreon as well as my membership here on YouTube if you're curious to have more. So yeah, I will catch you in the next one.